Hello everybody, welcome to PBM's Video Entertainment, and welcome back to another episode of Thomas & Friends DVD Reviews. And I hope everyone is having a wonderful summer, and I hope y'all are ready for some water fun, because we are talking about Splish Splash Splosh. So, without further ado, let's jump into the history of Splish Splash Splosh. So apparently Splish Splash Splosh was released theatrically back in November 7th of 2009, and as for the DVD copy, we finally got it on January 5th of 2010 by Hit Entertainment and Lionsgate. And Splish Splash Splosh was also released over in Canada as well. And it could also be found in the Steam Team Collection 4 DVD set. And now we got the history part done, let's jump into my copies of Splish Splash Splosh. Alright, we will now jump into my copies of Splish Splash Splosh, starting with the original 2009 Lionsgate print. So, as you can see, I got it in a Blockbuster case with like the Blockbuster stickers, stuff like that. And you're probably thinking, dude, where'd you get like this Blockbuster style case of this release? Well, I went to a game exchange and they got, it was like on sale for $5, and so decided to get this since, well, Blockbuster is like one of my favorite childhood stores. Well, of course it's a rental store. Like, you rent things more, like, it's like more of like a rental store than a, I mean, of course they got like a few things that you could like buy and keep for yourselves, stuff like that. But yeah. But don't worry, I'm gonna try to also, I might as well also get the Splish Splash Splosh in like its original case and stuff like that. And once I get that, I probably won't do a supplemental because like the case, it's basically exactly the same, and disc, of course, will obviously be exactly the same, so I don't think there's any point of doing that. Anyways, on the top we have in full steam CGI animation up top, and we have Thomas and Rosie, Splish Splash Splosh title card, Meet Charlie, previewed, $9.99, quality guaranteed. Here's like this Blockbuster like UPC code or whatever. Spine, Hit Entertainment, scrolling down here. Same promo shot of Thomas, just like with the front poster art, distributed by Lionsgate. The back. And just to let y'all know, there is no Universal re-release, unfortunately. Soak up the fun with these exciting adventures. Here's your blurb. We have Thomas and Sir Topham Hatt. Yeah, it's the Season 12 promo shot of Sir Topham Hatt. Bonus features. And running time is basically approximately 46 minutes. And the DVD is Region 1. And taking a look at the disc. Yep, here's a disc. Squished version of the front post art. Yep, it's in a Blockbuster case. Everything is, the case, of course, in general, is like Blockbuster. I mean, what I'm trying to say is, yeah, it's all Blockbuster. Anyways, next up, or last but not least, I should say, yeah, we have Splish Splash Splosh in the Steam Team Collection. We have Thomas, Percy, and James on the front poster art. And it has Splish Splash Splosh on this release, as well as some other Miller-era DVDs. Hit Entertainment. We have a promo shot of Thomas. Lionsgate. The back. Here's a promo shot of Splish Splash Splosh. Blurb, if you want to pause and read that, feel free. And they did the stacked disc thing, which is kind of, yeah. Let's see if we can find Splish Splash Splosh. Alright. And here's Splish Splash Splosh. The very last disc. What do you know? And now, let's jump into the menu tour for Splish Splash Splosh. Alright, we've now jumped into the menu tour for Splish Splash Splosh. So we have play, episode selection, language selection, and bonus material. And we got Thomas and Rosie on the front post art. So, for episode selection, we have Playtime, Splish Splash Splosh, Slippy Sodor, and Snow Tracks. You can play all of them if you want to. Language selection, we have English, Spanish, and French. And last but not least, bonus features, we have Lift and Load Crane Game, Counting with Thomas, and we have trailers from other shows and movies from Hit Entertainment and Lionsgate. And that's it for the menu tour for Splosh, Splosh, Splosh. Now let's jump into my review and thoughts on Splosh, Splash, Splosh. So overall, do I recommend Splosh, Splash, Splosh? Well, first of all, I gotta say, this is the first Thomas CGI episodic release ever in history overall. And yeah, because after Hero of the Rails, they moved on to we're moving on to season 13 and stuff like that. Now I gotta say, Hero of the Rails, it was a pretty great way to start the CGI series. And of course, Hero of the Rails is definitely somewhere in my top 5 favorite Thomas and Friends movies of all time. And now the Miller era episodes, and just overall, the Miller era, I know, especially for me, the Miller era is the worst era ever. Now, I'll admit, as a kid, I actually liked it. I know I sound kind of stupid, but I mean, I was I don't know, I was 8 years old when it all started, okay? Anyways, so, I mean, right now, looking back, it's because whenever, season 17, started, basically whenever the Brenner era started, after they're, done with the Miller era and jumping into, the Brenner era, aka the better CGI episodes, looking back to this, the Miller era, of course, it is awful. Now, compared to the Brenner era episodes, I'm glad to say they are way better than the Miller era episodes. Yeah, just the Miller era overall, every story feels the same. In the beginning, you got, Sir Topham Hatt giving the engines important jobs, and then there's, 2 or 3 parts, basically, they're choosing to do this thing, not that thing. And if you've seen, Splish, Splash, Splosh, and, Wonky Whistle and stuff like that, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Basically, if you've watched, if you've known, the Miller era episodes for a couple of years, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And then, of course, later, everything goes wrong, and then later at the end, things are, of course, all fixed and stuff like that. But, yeah. So, yeah, overall, the Miller era is, the worst episodes. Basically, the Miller era is the worst era of Thomas and Friends. Definitely not worth watching. Yeah, because I recommend watching, of course, season 17 through 21, aka the Brenner era, and then Bubba era. Well, actually, the Bubba era, that's kind of another story. I'm gonna save that for another time. Anyways, let's get back to the question. Do I recommend Splish, Splash, Splosh? Well, the episodes on this release, I gotta say, not bad. They're not bad, to be honest. Yeah. Sure, they're not the best episodes. Well, there was this one episode I really liked. It's Snow Tracks, which, of course, has Gordon delivering coal, and that was a pretty good episode, to be honest. Not the best, but just good. Yeah, I think Snow Tracks, I think I liked it better than the other episodes and stuff like that. I mean, the other episodes, they were, of course, I don't want to say they're bad, not the best, just good. Yeah, and I think Snow Tracks on this release was probably a little better than the other 3. So, yeah. If you haven't seen, if you kind of want to follow the, if you're already done watching, the first 12 seasons of Thomas and Friends, if you want to jump into, CGI and stuff like that, if you want to go in order, just watch, a season 13 first. Basically, get this first to see how you feel about it before you watch, season 13 through 16. Then, after that, you can either, just, skip 13 through 16 and jump into season 17 and so on. But if you actually like season 13 through 16, feel free to watch it, I guess. But of course, like, well, if you hate the Miller era like I do, don't buy this one. But I thought this is a pretty nice release. I mean, I don't want to say it's the best. Don't want to say it's bad. It's nice. It's just good. It's good. Yeah, has some good episodes. Not the best. But yeah, like I said, if you hate the Miller era, don't buy this. If you like the Miller era, feel free to buy this. Anyways, that's going to do it for me, everybody, and the next episode will be on Thomas and the Runaway Kites, so stay tuned for that. See y'all next time. Bye.